Hello and welcome. This is Anthropology 212, Introduction to Cultural Anthropology. We're here in the first half summer session for the summer of 2024. My name is Tracy Ludke. I'm the instructor for this course. And the first thing I want to say is welcome. I'm so happy to have you here with me. What I'm going to do in this initial welcome video is just to give you some really basic information about the course, especially how it's organized in D2L. So you know how to navigate your way around the course and set you up for what you're going to be doing for the rest of this session. So let's go ahead and take a look. So here we are on the home page for Anthropology 212. This is where you will land when you first log into D2L and go to our class. This home page has some important information, a sort of introduction to the course that you see here, as well as a link to this video that you're watching now. And some contact information for me. So you'll definitely want to read that a little bit more carefully than I'm going to do right this second, because that'll give you, again, sort of a basic overview introduction to what this course is all about, okay? So that's our course home. That's where this tab will lead you, is to this place here. These tabs across the top are important because this is how you're going to navigate around our course. I'm sure many of you have used D2L and are familiar with what I'm talking about. But if you're new to D2L, not to worry, it's pretty straightforward. But let me just show you the main places you're going to need to go, okay? So after Course Home, which is where we are here, the next tab is Content. And that's actually one of the most important tabs you'll use because that's where most of the material for the course is located. So let me show you what that looks like. Go to Content. And it is organized into a table of contents. You'll see here down the left-hand side, those are the different units of the course. And as you pull up a unit, you'll see all the sort of different materials that are inside of each unit, okay? So if we just look at the tabs down the left, you get basically an outline of the course, right? So the course is organized into units, and each unit is on a key concept that we'll be covering, okay? So you'll see, for example, Unit 1 is about the key concepts of cultural anthropology. Unit 2 is about field work. It's about basically doing research as a cultural anthropologist. Starting in Unit 3, we'll start to get into some of the main topics that cultural anthropology is interested in. So Unit 3 is about language. Unit 4 is about gender and family, etc. You'll see also where we have the exams. I'm going to give you a few days to just focus on the exam when it comes up. After Exam 1, we'll return to our sort of topical units with Unit 5, which is about race, ethnicity, and nationality. Unit 6, about religion and health. Unit 7, about economics and politics. And then finally, Unit 8, which has to do with globalization and migration before we wrap up the course with Exam 2, okay? So these are the units, and then as I said, when you sort of look at the specifics of a unit, you will see all the different materials we'll be covering. So the things you'll be reading, the video lecture, each unit will have a video lecture, and then anything else that's going on. So some units will have an assignment that will be listed here. Some units will also have like a film you need to watch or a discussion or something like that, okay? So it's all sort of laid out in this content area, okay? So where it makes sense to start at the very beginning of just being introduced to the course is this Start Here unit, right? Which is where you're finding the video that you're watching right now, and then also our syllabus, which is also crucial, and I'll return to that in a moment. Moving on to Unit 1, which you're also starting this very first week of the session. You'll be reading a couple of chapters from the main text that we'll be using for this course, which is called Perspectives. You'll be watching Lecture 1, which is, again, a video lecture. And the assignment you'll be doing is just to introduce yourself to the class, which is part of our discussions area. And I'll show you that in a moment as well, okay? So again, when you have a moment, once you've watched this video, once you've taken a look at the syllabus, go ahead and go through the table of contents on the content page and just look around and sort of see where things are located, make sure you understand how the thing is organized. Again, it's pretty straightforward, but it's worth familiarizing yourself with what's in there so you know what's coming. So let's go back then for a moment back to the Start Here unit, and we'll take a quick look at the syllabus. The syllabus is really the most important document in here. This gives you a very detailed explanation of everything we're going to do in the course. So always take a look at the syllabus as you're heading into a new part of the class. You'll see all the information you need there, okay? So I'm not going to go through every single word on the syllabus right now, of course, so definitely take a moment in the first week of the course to thoroughly read the syllabus. There's a lot of important information in there. So you'll see more details in here about, for example, the assignments for the course. So you'll go in each unit, you'll be doing some readings. You'll be, again, watching a video lecture, perhaps watching a film, etc. And then there will be, throughout the session, some key assignments that you'll be doing. There are 2 papers and 2 exams. Those are the major assignments for the course. One of those papers will have to do with research methods. We'll talk about that more when the time comes. The second paper is a book review of a book that you'll be reading for the class. Then again, we have 2 exams, one around the halfway through the course and one at the end. All right. As these come up, you'll sort of see them listed inside of the units as well as on the syllabus. So the rest of the syllabus, in addition to the policies, which again I'll let you read on your own, is the same thing that you see in the content area on D2L. Okay, so I've reproduced some elements of the syllabus right in D2L, so it's easy for you to see them, but always use the syllabus as your main source of information for what's going on in the course, sort of where we are at any moment in time, what the assignments and expectations are. Okay. All right, so back to our table of contents where we have everything laid out. Okay, so we've looked at course home, we've looked at content. We go to the next tab, which is the discussions area. As part of your assignments for the course, you do also have some discussion questions. These are, again, listed in the syllabus. So at 4 different points in the session, you'll be answering a discussion question. You'll see that sort of when that comes up in the weekly assignments. The assignments tab is the next tab over. This is where those 2 papers that I mentioned, where you can both see the handouts that give details about what that assignment's about, and it's also where you will submit your assignments. The quizzes tab is the next one over. That's where the 2 exams will be located when we come to that. And then there is also a class list and email area where you can get in touch with the other students in the class, okay? You are happy to always, or welcome to always email me with any questions you may have, but it's also a good opportunity to get to know some of your fellow students who are taking this class. The grades area is where you will find the grade book, right? So as I grade items, you will be able to sort of keep track of how you're doing in the course, what your running average in the course is, okay? This summer session, as you may know, is a very sort of accelerated way to do a 3-credit-hour course. During a normal fall or spring semester, we have about 16 weeks to do a course. In this summer course, we only have about 6 weeks. So as you can imagine, it's much more quickly paced, and it means we really have to keep track of where we are at any moment in time. So again, I encourage you just to pay attention to the syllabus, what's coming up in every sort of weekly unit, and to let me know if you have questions, and we can certainly talk about that. So for now, I encourage you to explore our D2L page, take a look at what's coming, and go ahead and read the syllabus, introduce yourself to the class through the introductions discussion, and I look forward to working with you for this rest of this summer session. So take care. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. We'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.